What's been on my mind recently is about drunkenness, because we really see 3 episodes, at least in the Torah, or really just specifically Genesis, which is obviously we see Genesis 9 with Noah. Really unclear. I like to propose it as sort of the introduction. He's not really sure what he's getting into. It's just delicious grape juice that's making him feel good. And then he falls asleep. Genesis 19 with Lot and his daughters.
Yeah.
There's no accident. That is, you can't get more intentional than that.
Yeah.
And then what's really fascinating is then in 43:34 with Yosef and his brothers, it goes entirely unremarked upon, right? They're drinking together and they get drunk. Great. They fall asleep. Everybody's happy. And that's really it. There's literally nothing crazy going on.
Yeah.
It seems, I like to think of it as a synthesis where this is sort of normal. Brothers get drunk together and they're happy.
Are you interpreting those 3 scenes as in dialogue with each other intentionally? Like these are 3 potential ways alcohol consumption can develop, or situations that drunkenness can lead to?
Yeah, I think the first one was, it's seeming like a surprise. I think anytime, I think humanity in general, but I think even an individual person, the first time they have it, especially when they take it to excess, they don't really know what happens. They get drunk, right. They fall asleep, nothing crazy, and then they wake up and they realize whatever may have happened. And then there's sort of the opposite end, which is, using it for, I don't know, taking sexual advantage of. That might have been a bit of an excess. And then you have sort of the resolution, which is this is how you can properly use it for. They didn't know that Yosef was their brother, but that you have good social relations, and you can, there's a sense of vulnerability and a sense of social pleasantry, and then everybody falls asleep and great, nothing bad happens. That's how I see it, as a sort of a synthesis that leads to a pleasant resolution.
Oh, I love that. That's fantastic. I think that's a really great interpretation of alcohol in Genesis. Wonderful.
Yeah. There's also 5 occurrences of mishteh in Genesis, which appears nowhere else in the Torah, which is also a fun little thing. So you have these 5 different drinking parties that take place, including Avram throwing a massive one, throws a mishteh gadol. So drinking is something that takes place seemingly more in Genesis, really, than the rest of at least the 5 books of Moses.
Oh, well, that's brilliant.